Good evening and welcome into the April 20th edition of CUTV Newscenter. I'm Danny Beck. Beginning with campus news tonight, students and members of the community are invited to fly through time with the Department of History, Society, and Politics as reenactors and historians showcase various aspects of life in a variety of eras. The event will be taking place on April 29th in the Natali Student Center from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Members of the 63rd Pennsylvania Volunteer Company's Civil War reenactors, along with the 42nd Royal Highlanders, will represent soldiers from the Civil War and the French and Indian War. CalU's fencing and medieval clubs will be offering instruction in fencing, along with dance moves from medieval times. There will also be a panel presentation from the faculty members of the Department of History, who will be answering questions from visitors. For more questions about the event, contact Cindy Spear in the Department of History. The third annual Strike a Spark Conference will ignite the creative activity of both students and faculty on the campus of CalU next Wednesday. The Center for Undergraduate Research will be hosting the event, which runs from 9 a.m. until 3:15 p.m. in the Convocation Center. Along with presentations regarding innovation, historical analysis, and critical critique, Dr. Eric Ochis of Bentley University will present the keynote address at 11:30 a.m. The essay contest winners will also be announced, with a sum of $1,000 being awarded to the top 3 finishers. Any questions about the event can be directed to Paul Hetler or Greg Gold, the director of the Center of Undergraduate Research. The campus of CalU was lit up in all sorts of neon colors last night as students participated in the annual 5K Glow Run, a part of Wine Free Wednesday. The event started in front of the Convocation Center that was decorated appropriately for the event. Runners were given glow sticks, Wine Free Wednesday shirts, and even a medal for participating in the 3.1-mile run across campus. WCAL was also in attendance, pumping up the runners for their late-night run. After the race was finished, runners took part in a dance party, refueled with snacks, and kept their heart rates up in a fitness class. Thank you to everyone who came out to support the final Wine Free Wednesday of the semester. Earth had a close encounter with the rock yesterday, and I'm not talking about Dwayne Johnson. A 2,000-plus foot asteroid named 2014 J025 made its presence known for the first time in at least 400 years. The asteroid's appearance was the closest encounter that an asteroid of that magnitude came to Earth since 2004, and it came 1.1 million miles away from Earth. To put that into perspective, that is 4.6 times the distance from the Earth to the Moon. Although the asteroid did not have any immediate impact on Earth, it does bring up the ever-present danger of objects in space. Members of the CalU community gathered to honor the memory of a student who passed away last week. The candlelight vigil for Jason Ritter was held outside Residence Hall B on Tuesday afternoon. The Washington County Coroner's Office says Ritter was found dead of asphyxiation in his dorm room on April 11th. The office ruled the death as a suicide. Ritter was a 2014 Avella High School graduate and was studying business administration at CalU. The 21-year-old student was described by his parents as having an outsized sense of humor and an appetite for life. The vigil included the release of black and red balloons by his loved ones. In other news, Grammy Award winner Big Daddy Kane will visit the campus of CalU for the 12th annual Hip Hop Conference in the Morgan Hall Auditorium on April 28th at 4 p.m. The conference is free to the public and will also include Mike Dean, a Pittsburgh radio personality from radio station WAMO-FM. A presentation from Kane will also include Hip Hop Don't Stop, the 40-year evolution of DJing, MCing, and radio. The conference is organized by Dr. Kelton Edmonds, a professor in the Department of History, Politics, and Society. Parking for the event is available in lots 11 and 17. Check out the CalU press release page for more information regarding the conference. When we come back after the break, Dalton Lochran will have your weather forecast from the CalU Weather Center. Stay tuned.
For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV Newscenter provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Welcome to the Cal U Weather Center. I'm student meteorologist Dalton Lochran. Looking at our national temperatures right now, we do see 58 degrees over in Kansas, while currently in Pittsburgh it's 71 degrees, looking towards Miami 79 as well, 75 in Dallas, Texas as well. If we look at our radar right now, we do see a few thunderstorms that have been rolling through our area. Last night we saw a few come through, as well as into today we're going to see a few more, as well as this afternoon we've seen some thunderstorms come into our area. Those haven't been too severe, as some lightning strikes have occurred. We'll see more of that happen later on tonight into tomorrow. So definitely thunderstorms are a concern. Come tomorrow, we will dry back out again, so not too big of a concern. Thunderstorms coming through overnight tonight around 9, 10 o'clock tonight. Ending around 1 a.m., we can expect to not see any more thunderstorms or showers come through our area. Thankfully, to our north, we're not experiencing the white stuff, so the snow is staying to our north, which is always a good thing for this time of year. Looking at our graphics, we did notice for today, thunderstorms for our area as well as Ohio. Cleveland is experiencing some heavier thunderstorms, possibility of some hail, even up into Toledo and Detroit, Michigan. So definitely a concern for that area. Looking at our SPC convective outlook, we were right on the edge of the slight to marginal risk of a thunderstorm. So like I said, we did experience a few rumbles come through our area this afternoon. Into tonight, we're going to experience some more. So definitely, but no hail I would expect for this storm. Just a few rumbles coming through our area with a few rain showers. So definitely a non-risk event for our area. For tomorrow, like I said, we're drying back out. We're going to see some cooler temperatures come back in our area. Thankfully, we're going to stay in the 40s, not the 30s. So it's not going to be too cool. Mixed to our north with rain showers to our east. So a definitely nice picture for this weekend. Also for this weekend on Friday, if you go outside Friday right before sunrise on Saturday, there is a meteor shower. These are our weather conditions for the area. We are right on a fair condition for the possibility of seeing some meteors. So if you want to get up early Saturday morning and check out, look outside, you'll see a few meteors fly by. Even 10 to 20 per hour is what they're expecting. So definitely a nice show to see. Definitely one you don't want to miss. So definitely get up early Saturday morning and enjoy your Saturday, even though it will be cool and we might be experiencing some showers on Saturday morning. Looking at a 7-day forecast, 80 degrees for today's high. Few thunderstorms rolling through by Friday, 68 degrees. This weekend, like I said, when you're going to wake up Saturday morning and see that meteor shower, 58 is only our high. You're going to wake up to 44 degrees. 58 and a few rain showers are going to pass by as well on Sunday by 61. Warm right back up by Wednesday of next week, 80 degrees and clear skies. I'm student meteorologist Dalton Lochran. Now back to the desk.
Thank you, Dalton, for that. And now I'm joined with amateur meteorologist Stephen Ruffing. I know we did it last week, or the last time we did news as well. Steve, break it down. What really went on in that little weather segment?
You know, we're kicking off this weekend with some sun on Friday, tomorrow, but I mean, the rest of the weekend, you know, Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be some lazy days, you know. Hear the rain outside, bust out the old DVD player, VCR, whichever you like, and pop your favorite movie in, because it's going to be a fantastic time to just watch a movie. Have a lazy day on for this weekend, but you know, to start out next weekend, it's looking pretty darn good with the sun.
I don't know about you guys, but you're starting to seem like more and more of a student meteorologist, maybe somebody that can get into the field. But also sun, you said for next week. I saw 80s. I saw low 80s, I think exactly 80 degrees.
Yeah, you know, but we do live in a weird part of Pennsylvania. That could change at any time. It could be sunny today, but, you know, next or tomorrow you could see some showers. But, I mean, it's looking good so far. And how about that meteor shower? You mentioned something about the asteroid, but now we're going to get a little meteor shower going here.
Some weird things going on in space right now. I mentioned there was the asteroid that was almost a mile long, and now a meteor shower. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're going to be able to see it.
Right.
You saw in that visibility. Not sure if we're going to be able to see it due to some clouds in the air.
Right.
But still, I mean, meteor showers you can see on NASA.com. You can watch their live stream of that. That's always something that's intrigued me. I don't know about you. I always like the meteors and stuff in space.
Of course. I mean, if Friday can stay sunny, maybe stays clear throughout the night, maybe it could kind of clear up. So we take that fair visibility up to a pretty good visibility for that meteor shower.
I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Well, when we come back after the break, Stephen Ruffing, the do-it-all man, takes us on a trip around the entertainment world. Stay tuned.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Got a quarter?
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Stephen Ruffing with your entertainment report. CUTV has a new original program that everyone in a club has a chance to be on. In the Club is a brand new show that features students from clubs all around campus. Students from every club have a chance to highlight their club or organization through our campus television station. You can tweet us at CUTV_PA or fill out the form on OrgSync if you want to be featured on In the Club. In the Club is filmed every Tuesday at 11 a.m. We would love to see you there. The spring semester may be coming to an end, but that doesn't mean SAB doesn't have things planned. On April 27th, there will be a Family Feud-style game, Campus Feud, giving students a chance to win $200. The 1st of May will provide the free money game show in the Vulcan Theater. SAB won't stop there. Following the game shows will be paintball on the 2nd, and free snow cones. Relieve yourself from the end of the semester stress and join SAB for some fun events. Following all of the games and events from SAB, the last Funny Freaking Friday will be on May 5th. As the semester ends, Pittsburgh comedian Ray Zawadny will be joining the Cal U students. Ray is a West Virginia University alumni who decided to chase his dreams of being a stand-up comedian. Zawadny's routine consists of his own goofy twist on things and his charming attitude. The comedian has shared the stage with multiple big-name comedians such as Ralphie May. Let's give Ray Zawadny a warm welcome and make the last Funny Freaking Friday the freaking funniest of them all. With already a year passing since the death of music icon Prince, light will be shed on all fans. This Friday will be one final album released that will include 6 unreleased songs from the pop legend. The album's name will be called Deliverance. The album will be sure to put a smile on all the faces of fans, followed by a few tears of joy. And to round out the entertainment for this week, we have Live by Night in the Vulcan Theater. In the middle of the 20s, with the Prohibition in full swing, underground speakeasies still have the booze flowing. Joe Coughlin, son of Boston Police Superintendent, steered away from his stern dad to join the gangster lifestyle, but breaks one important rule when he steals money from a well-known mob boss. Showtimes are 11 a.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, and 4, 7, and 10 p.m. on Saturday and Sundays. Danny, pleasure being
Back
with
like
you
we never
again.
left.
Yeah, it's like we never left. It's like we never got up. But back to my first story, CUTV is doing a very special show called In the Club that's going to be featuring all kinds of clubs, any club that's on campus, and they just have to fill out a OrgSync form, and it gives the students, the clubs, the organizations a brilliant opportunity to highlight what they do and what they're club is.
Yeah, definitely. I know there's so many clubs here on campus. I believe it's 100 plus. Could be wrong when I say that, but I believe it's about 100 plus. So getting clubs down here, maybe you don't have enough people in the club, come down here, be in the club, and really just try to maybe drum up some new members.
Right.
No, actually, I was on the show. Not to,
not to brag.
Shameless plug. Yeah, we're showing different clubs and organizations in the media suite. I believe SAB, the Frisbee Club, Computer Club.
Yeah, SAB. We had Underground Cafe.
Underground.
As well as Cal Times. There was WCAL. Some the media suite partners that we have, and then of course the Frisbee Club and the Computer Club. But it's a win-win for people. These clubs get to promote their own material, and it kind of gives us a little bit more exposure when the clubs go out and talk with their peers and stuff like that. So it's going to be great.
As you said, perfect way to say it. Win-win for both sides. Promote clubs and also get some people down here and maybe show them what's all about down here and the camera and the lights and all that down here.
Great talking with you again, Danny. Enjoy that weekend. Sun's out, guns out, right?
Oh, I will. Thanks, Steve. When we return, we'll pass it over to our sports guy, Anthony D'Agostino. Stay tuned.
This season, the pride and pageantry of college football
Is that a catch? Oh, yeah!
can all be found in one place.
He will score! Touchdown!
NCAA.com. From the biggest matchups come breakout performances.
Keeping one deep.
Those game-changing moments live here. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com. From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Welcome back to CTV News Center. I'm Anthony D'Agostino with your sports report. Last Thursday, the Cal U football team hosted an outdoor night practice for the Cal U campus and community at Adamson Stadium. Last year's event was a big success, and they were hoping for the same success this year. While last year had more students in attendance, it was still a success this year. They had raffles for local eateries and quick fill. They also had a grand prize that gave one lucky student an all-exclusive fan package for a Pittsburgh Pirates game. At the event, the football athletes scrimmaged against each other. WCL was also there DJing the event once again. The football team will also be hosting a spring game on Saturday, April 22nd at 1 p.m. at Edison Stadium. The Cal U football season starts the last week of August with a home game on Thursday against new opponent Ohio Dominican. The California baseball team had a home game against Notre Dame, Ohio this past Tuesday. Notre Dame got off to a hot start and didn't look back since. In their first game of the doubleheader, the Vulcans lost 11-4. As you see here, Fairman went 3 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI. Levi Krause was 2 for 3 and had an RBI. And Beaver for Notre Dame, Ohio was 4 for 4 with 4 runs and an RBI to help them win 11-4. In the second game, California won 5-3, and here you see Chris Waschak went 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs and a run. Marcus went 1 for 3, 2 RBIs and a run. And Kale was a winning pitcher. He was 2.1 innings pitched, 1 strikeout, and 2 earned runs. Fogel got to save his first save of the season and pitched .2 innings, got the last 2 outs. The Cal U softball team was also in swing this past week. They took on Slippery Rock this past Saturday the 15th. They had the bats out in the first game and got out to a strong start. In their first game, Cal won 10-4, but it took them 9 innings. There you see Price went 4 of 6, had 2 RBIs and a run. Roos had
went 2 for 6, 4 RBIs and a run, and Robley went 3 of 5, 2 RBIs and a run. Robley was also the winning pitcher. She's 4 for 3 this season. She pitched 3.1 innings, had 1 earned run, and 1 strikeout. However, in the second game, California fell to Slippery Rock 2-1. Blake had an RBI. Fowler was 2 of 3 and had a run. And Brown for Slippery Rock, she went 2 of 3 and had a run. Myers for Slippery Rock went 1 for 1 and also had an RBI. The California Vulcans Hall of Fame banquet will be held in the Performance Center on Saturday, April 22nd at 5 p.m. Tickets for the Hall of Fame dinner are $30 each or $10 for children 10 and younger. The public may attend. For reservations, contact the Office of Alumni. Those inducted are as follows: Jennifer Doty, 08 softball, Tara Douglas, 99 softball and volleyball, Steve Flanagan for baseball, Robert Jones, 97 basketball, Melissa Myers, 05 volleyball, Vic Shander, 92 football, and James Vandermeer, 66 and 70 basketball. The NHL Stanley Cup playoffs are in full swing. Their first round started last week, and it has been a stellar first round. In the western side of the bracket, the Central Division number 1 seed Chicago Blackhawks are down 3-0 to the number 2 seed Nashville Predators. The Minnesota Wild are down 3-1 against the St. Louis Blues. And in the Pacific Division, the number 1 team, the Anaheim Ducks, have swept the Calgary Flames in 4 games. The number 2 seeded Oilers are tied up 2 games apiece with the San Jose Sharks. Now in the east side of the bracket, the Atlantic Division number 1 seeded Montreal Canadiens are tied 2 games apiece with the New York Rangers. The number 2 seeded Ottawa Senators have a 3-1 lead over the Boston Bruins. And in the Metro Division, at the top of the bracket you see here, the overall number 1 seeded Washington Capitals are tied 2 games apiece with the Toronto Maple Leafs. The number 2 seeded Pittsburgh Penguins lead the Columbus Blue Jackets 3-1. The games today are New York Rangers at Montreal at 7 p.m. on USA, Columbus at Pittsburgh at 7 p.m. on Root Sports and the NHL Network at 7 p.m. Pittsburgh can move on with a win tonight. Nashville hosts the Blackhawks at 8 p.m. on NBCSN, and Nashville can sweep the Hawks with a win tonight. Lastly, San Jose is at Edmonton at 10:30 p.m. on NBCSN. The NHL is looking for the best small-town hockey rink in America in their annual competition, Kraft Hockeyville. A local ice rink is actually in the Final Four. The Ross Draver Ice Gardens in Belleville Vernon received enough votes to make it to the Final Four of the competition. The Ice Gardens has a storied past. It's a 52-year-old arena, and it hosts the Mon Valley Thunder, a local youth ice hockey program. The Cal Vulcans also called that arena home. On Valentine's Day in 2010, the roof collapsed. It ended up reopening 8 months after the collapse. While it is a popular rink, it still has not recovered from the collapse. Winning the competition will not solve all of the issues, but it will keep the Ice Gardens open. Keep watching the NHL playoffs on the networks of NBC to see if the Ross River Ice Gardens will move to the finale. The upcoming schedule for the next 2 weeks are as follows. Baseball is home April 22nd versus Slippery Rock. April 29th, they're home against Indiana. Softball is home April 22nd versus Edinburgh. April 28th, softball is home against Gannon. April 29th, they're home against Seton Hill. And track and field are competing on April 27th to the 29th at University of Pennsylvania in the Penn Relays. And now it's time for the Vulcan Hammer Award. For this week, I've selected Vulcan's baseball pitcher, Neil Dudley. Dudley's a junior and one of the pitchers for the team. In Game 1 against West Liberty, he had a stellar game. He pitched a complete game shutout. Dudley allowed only 4 base runners in 7 innings last Tuesday with a 6-0 win against West Liberty. Dudley was tabbed the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association Atlantic Region Pitcher of the Week on Wednesday morning. And Dudley is the first Cal U player to receive the weekly honor, either hitter or pitcher, for the NCBWA since the 2014 season. And Danny, talking about NHL Kraft Hockeyville, Ross River Ice Gardens in the Final Four. Voting has closed, though, for this round. That's, you have to watch and see if they make it to the championship round. But just amazing to see that this local hockey rink has made it to the national stage in Kraft Hockeyville in the Final Four.
Yeah, it's outstanding. I know you can vote 101 times per day. seems crazy that you can even vote that many times. You know, you normally get one vote in a voting like this, a voting scenario like this. But definitely, Ross Straver, if you can vote, anybody with really online access can vote. It's crazy the impact that Ross Straver has really had as well. You see people like the Pittsburgh Penguins retweeting it and saying vote, the Wheeling Nailers, all in that same organization. But it's outstanding to see the impact that Ross Straver has really had on the community.
Well, the Pittsburgh Penguins actually, that was their training facility for the longest time a while back. But honestly, all of Pennsylvania should be voting for Ross Straver, because let's bring Kraft Hockeyville back to PA after Johnstown, the War Memorial, home of the movie Slapshot, won it a few years back. That was pretty incredible too. And the fact that an NHL preseason game is going to be played at the arena, who wins Kraft Hockeyville, it could be crazy. NHL preseason game being played at Ross Straver.
Yeah, I know. We do a few of their events, or just one of the events, the homecoming hockey. But still, it'd be kind of cool to see. It's not that far away from campus either. People, I don't know how available the tickets are going to be for that preseason game. I can't imagine. But still, it's right in our backyard, really. So go out and vote for Ross Straver.
From what I heard from the Johnstown game, the tickets were only exclusive to those people in that community. So it's very possible that we may not be able to get tickets, but still, NBC is going to air the game on national television from Ross Straver, which is going to be pretty awesome if, of course, they win.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. Everybody's voting. I know everybody's voting down here, so hopefully that gets us a little boost. But just keep voting, really. Honestly, that's all you can say.
And make sure to keep watching NBC and the NHL playoffs so you can see if Ross Straver has ended up moving on to the championship round.
Without a doubt. Well, thank you, Anthony, and thank you so much for joining us tonight on Newscenter. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel at CUTV Newscenter and our Twitter pages, CUTV_PA and CUTV_Newscenter. Don't forget that the Cal Times will also be publishing a new edition of their paper in 1 week on campus. Also, tune in to WCAL 91.9 FM in your car or online at sai.calu.edu/WCAL. Thanks for watching and have a great night.